Alright. Let's dive in. I always wanted to say this. Today we are looking into a pretty powerful framework for surviving and thriving in this new age of AI. Things are changing so fast, it makes your head spin. I called it RACE. Rapid AI increases skills expectation. The old rules, they don't just seem to apply anymore. The skills that you got might not be enough. How do you build a new career that is actually ready for what is coming? How are you going to fix your existing career? In this video, we are gonna go over it. This is an AI avalanche. This isn't a gentle snowfall. It is massive and overwhelming force reshaping the ground beneath our feet for all professionals. Nobody's job is secure anymore. Your gear is a traditional resume that you are going to get buried. Skills are valuable yesterday. That is the bare minimum for today. The companies, they need a new way of thinking. Check out this comparison. On one side, there is the old coder. Their skill is super specific, like jQuery. They can write JavaScript. They can write C++. It is very, very specific. Other side, there's a new world of wizards. They are not just doing coding, they are doing testing. They are not testing, they are doing operations. This isn't about computer languages. It is about being a creative problem solver and having the solutions for tangled systems. That is what you got to do. Companies aren't just hiring coders, developers, testers. They hunt for wizards right now. Standing is not an option. You don't need a better boat in this avalanche. You need to make sure you got a correct suit to be able to perform. This is like a vehicle, your mech suit. It's a rugged, all-terrain suit that is designed to handle the chaotic world. I called it as an ASC protocol for you guys to be able to write it. First, it is assess, then simulate, then certify, the ASC protocol. It's an engineering mindset applied to fix your career. Not just learning a skill, but transforming into a modern delivery pilot. What we are expected to do in the new world as a small business, as an employee, being able to deliver. Integrated development environment where we are going to create our solutions. This is one of the parallel agents that the Google gives us, which is built on Visual Studio Code. What we will be able to do is, we will be able to use an agentic framework and you be able to write our codes with AI at real time, where we save our output. I save them in GitHub. Definitely open up a GitHub account if you don't have already, is the next thing that everybody needs to do. In GitHub, you will be able to see how many repos, how many achievements you have, and how active you are can be easily seen on the GitHub profile. It's going to give an idea about who the person is and how many commits they are doing every single year. This is good for your business and this is also good for you as an employee. The last place is the simulations and the assessments that you are going to get inside the delivery pilot. What we are doing is we are definitely taking everybody into delivery pilot as a free prosumer. They can come here and start their assessments instantly, get their score, and if they are an enterprise, they will be able to come in and try the demo login and be able to go through all the assessments that is already mentioned on here. Watch the video on the top and do their checklist to see where they are in the AI transformation journey. Now let's look at what we are going to do in terms of being able to use the delivery pilot for ourselves. Once I start my journey, what I will do is I will start the journey by entering my details on here, and this is going to help me to be able to understand where I am in this journey. And I will do a very small section and I will say I'm a beginner and start the assessment. It says, how are you comfortable checking your internet speed and latency? So this is, I can check it at all. I can check my internet speed. I can check the internet speed with VPN. So I will set like I cannot check at all. I'm going to set it on here. So I did ask only one question and I can definitely go ahead and build one tool to be able to do this for myself. For internet speed, connection checker, I will call it connection checker. So this is the basic that I'm going to build. Check local connection. and this is going to be on real life, so we will be able to have one step that's gonna be on here. So this was only one question that we asked, and if we cannot check it at all, I'm going to create one repository to be able to do this. And while I'm going to create this repository, I'm going to do this using the AI, and I will use this by being able to use this on here. First of all, I will replicate this on my local to make sure that I will get this on the system, and I will create a git clone, then open this in my compute. So I should be able to create something very, very simple, because everybody starts from the simple. And I will go to connection checker, and I will say anti-gravity. This is going to create a folder, and it is going to open up a project directly on here. Once I open the project, I will be able to see that there is the README file on the top over there. I should be able to go ahead and be able to work on this. And while I'm going to work on this, I will use the agent on the right hand side. I'm using a Windows machine. I would like to be able to check my internet connection. So that was the first question. We need to be able to check our internet connection, and I'm gonna go and do this. Why this is critical? This is the first question in the assessment, and we are definitely building a product, our own solution, to be able to check this. Every stage is very, very critical on delivery pilot. We need to understand we are going to have all these creative skills to be able to deliver the solutions. It comes on here. It says I created the tasks, I create a connection check script, then update the documentation. I will dismiss this on here, then dismiss. The agent is going to create, it is going to do a ping and the ping, and it is going to report the success and the failure. It is very basic for us to be able to do, and I can say, okay, this is good. I will just write okay, and then I approved the agent. So we started with the assessment, we got a question, and we are building a project on top of this one, and this file needs to be able to come in, and we are going to create this file. Once I create this file, this PS1 is here. What I will be able to do it is, I will be able to copy the path and say complete this file. I will be able to come here and say complete the file. Doing this right now, and we started with the first task, and we see that it's going to create the script, and it's going to check this with PS1, something very, very simple, and something that should be able to run and be able to help us understand if we have the connection or not. And this is very critical. You can execute it, and it is going to show you as a result on here. It says it's connected, it's available, and output is here. I have an internet connection. Create a report and add the output to the project, and this is going to add the report and add it to the project. So I'm sending back-to-back comments, a basic comment: if I got the internet, we got the internet, and it is going to do it for us. So every small thing about the compute, about the AI, about the robotics, we should be able to convert this into a solution, and the assessment starts from the core basic principles, from the first principles it will start from. So it started on here, verification, and verify the log is created. We can definitely come up here and create this file every time you run it, and add a date time. So what I did is I added a comment on the right hand side on here to be able to do what I needed to do. So it is going to come, and I will be able to accept and review the changes, and this is going to run on here. And I can say, okay, great, create the report. I will be able to give a feedback, and it should be able to go ahead and do the necessary implementation after the verification. I can say okay, and I will be able to say fast to execute the task instead of planning. I will take it go ahead and do the update. It's going to go ahead and do the necessary updates. I want the report.log and I want the files that is coming in. It's going to do the thinking and then it's going to implement. I still need to accept what I need to do because it's going to add what it's doing on here directly to be able to check the internet for us. This is starting very, very simple for us. We are going to build much more complex projects, and this is geared towards people who are just starting up using the agents, using the IDE. They should be able to come here and be able to build complex solutions for themselves. So we edit all these files in. What I will be able to do is I will be able to generate an output and be able to send it to the system, and I will be able to host it in the GitHub. It says I'm going to run this and it is going to run it. Initial commit. And the initial commit with the report log is coming up, and we know that the internet connection is coming up for us. So we proved that our internet connection is here, and this is the basic assessment that we are gonna go in, and we should be able to see our files coming up. Our PS1 PowerShell file is here, and then our report log is here directly on here, and we are going through question by question. We are creating our repositories while we are self-learning this process. If we look at the delivery pilot in detail, there's all these different kind of assessments that the enterprises and the prosumers can take. We created all these in detail, so you can definitely go ahead, submit your feedback and get your score in. If you registered your email, it will come into the system directly and we will send you an email. Let's go under the hood. How does this protocol work? The whole thing is built on simple three-step process. First, we run the diagnostics, we assess, we understand our skills gaps. Then we install the necessary updates, the simulations for everything that we are missing. Finally, then we put everything all together and transform ourselves and get certified on the AI transformation and be ready to deliver. As SS, we got to do the skills check. It's about running a full comprehensive scan on things coming up. Security, culture, pipelines, code. Goal is pinpoint exactly what is smoking or leaking before fixing. That is the assessment stage. Go to delivery pilot. You are gonna see. Once you know what is missing, move to the step 2. Then you are gonna simulate. Just not getting a lecture, but hands-on. I have placed the videos and the assessments down below. Make sure you get your score. Then it is about the skilled upgrades. If security is weak, learn SecOps. If your ops is shaky, learn AI ops. It is practical and hands-on, and you are with yourself. You are the one that's gonna do the self-learning. I am there to be able to create the simulation so you can get assessed. And the theory, don't forget, is useless without the application. The delivery pilot framework is designed to get you into the moment where you got your hands on the keys and you ship the real deal. So that's why we called it a delivery pilot. As a result, you get into this all-terrain workforce. You become an X-shaped delivery pilot. The deep knowledge you are gonna get in a few areas, but your superpower is going to be connecting the dots and being able to orchestrate using the artificial intelligence. These are going to bridge the gap between the professional and the rapid AI expectations. You can see the system end to end. The old model was I-shaped or T-shaped. You only got one skill. It was too rigid for the AI age. So does it work? The proof is in the pudding. Over 200 repositories shipped using this protocol. Check it out on my GitHub. You will be able to see. The number tells you everything, but you still need to go deep dive and do the assessments and the simulations on the website. It's a factory. It's a repeatable process. The open source protocol is my version that I'm sharing this video. You can go ahead and build your own version. Visit deliverypilot.net. Use the repositories. Understand, don't stand still. Be in action. The jobs that we have right now are gonna go away. New jobs are forming. Am I doing this just to add AI to my CV? You can easily ask. Or am I building a vehicle for myself to be able to carry myself in this AI transformation? That is the question you got to ask. AI is not just a simple skill, but it is a whole different transformation, especially if you are coming from the bureaucratic agile systems. You definitely need to transform yourself. I would like to be able to see your questions in the comments.